single nonprofit, every single special phone call to tell them about this meeting. You didn't, but for the public, like a rat, you stuck it on Sunday onto your website. And you thought we'd be so stupid. Well, the social media toppled Mubarak. The social media toppled Gaddafi. And the social media, the internet social media, is now the reason we're up here. And you have to sit here. Every single one of these people were put on here by the mayor. Remember, all you are fingers of the mayor around our throats. And I hope you watched and saw 60 Minutes, children, black, white, and brown, talking about how hungry they are. And what are you doing? Giving $700,000 to Murray Cain. Despicable. Are you signing up for the next one?
Next, item 4.
No.
Walk followed by the day Aguilar.
Okay. It is legally required that we give you notice on each one of these items. And I was here a couple of months ago when the city attorney, everyone said, oh, you voted in a special meeting and said it was legal. Our lawyer, Dennis Winston, you'll be hearing from, sent you a letter, and then you started the process all over again. Because this is not a city of laws. Juarez was a city of laws 50 years ago. It's a city of violence. It's a city where the mayor has a meeting at 8 a.m. Why? So that you can go back to your jobs.
Oh, yeah.
7 a.m. for your convenience. 24 hours. And why have you done this? You have done this for one reason. You're all unselfish. You know what? I am totally selfish. I am only interested in myself. And if I help other people, it's because it makes me feel good. But you up here, you are unselfish. Madeline Janis tells me she doesn't get paid. She makes $200,000 a year for her Poverty Pimp Foundation, Ling. I'm supposed to get down on my knees? Finished with item 4, incidentally, extends the legal service of Murray Cain for what? $700,000. He makes $1,000 an hour. He flunked. He wasn't able to save the CRA. And boy, you know what? As I said before, I've seen people smirking for 40 years, but he who smirks last smirks best. And this look on my defiant face is a smirk because you are going down. And this place...
Mr. Aguilar?
This is the Murray Cain.
Mm-hmm. Again, Mr. Aguilar, I find it extremely irregular, and I also find it unethical and even probably more than likely illegal. Maybe I'm putting you guys on notice it's illegal to have these 24-hour overnight meetings on these contracts listed here under 4, $500,000 per matter. What, 19 law firms for what? Number one, what are the need for these 19 law firms? What are they identified? What's the identifying projects that you need these legal services on? Which I don't have any clue. Obviously, there's no research because it's an overnight meeting. How could I possibly even know? You need to provide the public 72 hours notice, and so they could do their research on these contracts. I don't even know what these contracts are going to be used for. What do you need to defend with these contracts, or what do you need to sue, or who are you suing, or are you committing eminent domain on any properties here in Los Angeles? I have no clue. You're just setting up these contracts for what? And what are they going to charge? What are the hourly rates going to be used for? And you're not supposed to do this on a 24-hour notice. This is wrong on over the weekend. Here I am. I was here last week, and here I am again. And you know, this is very unethical. I don't know how you you know, this is highly irregular. I think this is very prejudicious, and I hope when the rest of the city looks upon this and saying, why are they encumbering all of these hundreds of millions of dollars on a 24-hour notice? I hope the politicians get note of this, because you're a reflection of the political establishment here in Los Angeles. And this is, again, very pernicious. It's wrong. And shame on you. Thank you.
That concludes our general consent comments. We have to get a motion on items 1 through 4 motion.
Chair, item 2 needs to be amended, a slightly different dollar amount.
Okay.
Good morning, Commissioners. Steve Oswald, Chief Financial Officer. I just wanted to point out that we had an arithmetic error in board memo number 2, entitled "The true amount should be $14,902,461.21." And the recommendation number 2, the amount of general revenue audit forecast payment is not 14,495,456, but as shown in the tax and aid, the amount is $10,495,496.
Great. Thank you.
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Let's move to,
The amendment, item 2.
we'll move the amendment. We get a motion to move on item 2 as amended.
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Downtown region items, we speak to Mr. Walsh on item 5.
First of all, you can't amend something on a special calendar. You gave us 24 hours, you cannot just first only give us 24-hour notice and then amend it, in any case. Your Carmen Trutanich over here, the racist, his people and your people, Kane Bomber, who got $700,000 just in the last month for 2 specific redevelopment matters. Yeah, you paid him $700,000 to kill the Brown bill, and he didn't do it. Why don't you give him $1 million? Florence Mill Affordable Housing, of course, in the bill, the Brown bill, all this money here will go directly to the housing department, and the housing department of the city of Los Angeles will then be obligated. Remember, these are obligations. You've just so far, and you've only into the meeting for 25 minutes, have obligated in tax money in excess of $65 million. Congratulations, you now have the Guinness World Book of Records for corruption within 28 minutes. 28 minutes, 65 million. Where are the people to speak on this? I hope the people from Florence Mills will come up and talk about it, because you're never going to see the $3 million from these people.
Item 6, with the speaker cards, John Walsh again and Jose Aguilar.
Another $700,000 of money. Any discussion? Any pictures? Now, remember, it is only exactly 4 days since we had the last meeting. And you are now attempting to obligate money to this Figueroa apartment. Of course we're for senior citizens. You know, Hitler created the Volkswagen. Does that mean I'm supposed to like Hitler because people are driving the Volkswagen? Yes, evil, evil people do good things. It's not in their religion, secular humanism, liberalism. It's not in their religion, but evil people do good things. And I want to thank you for all the good things you've done. There aren't many of them. I could list them in about 1-2 minutes. But I'm telling you right now, what you're doing here, and incidentally, Jose, the politicians all know about this. The politicians are in on it. The only people who don't know about it is the media and the public. That's why you only see 2 people here. And the rest are repeating in the trial. And when they find out what happens, poor Mr. Sennheiser, he's still in bed. Rick Orloff, he's in bed with everybody. But when they find out about the spending spree, and remember, these people mean nothing. They mean nothing. They're Antonio. They're the faces of Antonio. He snaps his fingers. They disappear. But remember, Antonio, every politician is. Every neighborhood activist is rude and a piece of crap, and the politicians are all unselfish, like the Lord, like the Messiah. And remember, Antonio is here. And I hope those cameras are working, because sometimes they don't work. Thank you.
Again, I would like to state for the record that this 24-hour meeting to encumber these funds listed here on item number 7 is illegal, irregular.
Item 6.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you very much. Item 6 is illegal and irregular because of the 24-hour short notice. It's a violation of the Brown Act. I also would like to say that you have 3 communities, again, community of Lincoln Heights, the community of Boyle Heights, through the Project Area Committee, and also through the community of the El Sereno LA 32. They all voted for Jerry Brown's resolution and motion to have all funds from the redevelopment agency be encumbered onto the state, and then have it used for local services. This is just a statement of fact. Again, I speak for myself and myself only, but I think this is you're violating the spirit of our communities, having these monies being encumbered to the state versus what you're doing here. If these were normal times, if this was affluent times, you know, I could see this going through, but we're not in normal times. We got a $25 billion deficit that has to be made up, and $1.7 billion of redevelopment funds statewide could go a long way to ease the pain and the cuts to both schools, fire services, libraries, etc. And this money would only revert back to the housing department regardless. And they got a bureaucracy that they could handle the administration of this money also. So again, I object to the 24-hour meeting, and it's illegal. It's a violation of the Brown Act. Thank you very much.
Thank you.